Welcome back to the channel, and tonight we're diving deep into the heart of darkness. We're talking about 6 real-life encounters, stories whispered in hushed tones, stories that send shivers down your spine. If you're easily spooked, if you sleep with the lights on, this one might be a little too much for you. But if you're like me, if you crave the unsettling, the unexplainable, well, let's just say, you've come to the right place. Prepare yourself, because what you're about to hear might just keep you up at night. Imagine this. You're alone, the last one left in the office. It's late, way past quitting time, the kind of late where the silence is almost deafening. You're working away, trying to meet a deadline, when out of the corner of your eye, you catch a flicker. A movement in the hallway, just at the edge of your vision. You look up, heart pounding, but there's nothing there. You write it off, blame it on the flickering fluorescent lights, the way shadows can play tricks on you in the dark. But then it happens again. The shadow, clear as day, moving on its own, standing right behind you as you worked, its unseen presence lingering for what felt like an eternity. Deep in the heart of the wilderness, nestled amongst towering trees and shrouded in an almost unnatural stillness, lies a forest. Locals tell tales of this place, stories whispered around campfires, stories meant to keep children from wandering too far from the safety of the firelight. They call it the Whispering Woods. A group of friends, young and invincible, decided to tempt fate, to spend a night camping under the dense canopy of these woods, laughing off the local legends as mere superstition. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, eerie shadows through the trees, the first whispers began, and that's when they started hearing their names, called out in hushed, raspy voices, echoing through the trees. The remaining friends, their laughter replaced by screams, fled the woods that night, the whispers and the name of their lost friend echoing in their ears. Picture this. You're a truck driver, miles of blacktop stretching out before you, the only sound the hum of your engine and the occasional crackle of the CB radio. You're on a long haul, the kind that makes you crave company, even from a stranger. So when you see a lone figure hitchhiking by the side of the road, you pull over. The hitchhiker, a man with a weathered face and eyes that seem to hold 1,000 stories, climbs into the passenger seat. He doesn't say much, just nods his thanks and stares out the window at the passing scenery. Hours pass, and the silence between you is surprisingly comfortable. You glance over at your passenger, about to offer him a cup of coffee from your thermos, but he's gone. They tell you about the legend of the vanishing hitchhiker, a man who died on that very stretch of highway decades ago, still looking for a ride home. Old houses, they hold secrets. Imagine moving into a home, a century-old Victorian mansion, its grandeur tinged with a certain melancholy. As you unpack boxes, exploring every nook and cranny, you stumble upon a hidden door in the attic. Curiosity piqued, you creak it open, revealing a dusty, forgotten space. And that's where you see her, a porcelain doll, its once vibrant paint now faded and cracked, its eyes seeming to follow your every move. But soon things begin to happen. Strange and unsettling occurrences that defy explanation. Doors slam shut on their own, disembodied laughter echoes through the halls at night, and the doll, you could swear you find it in different places. The doll, untouched by the fire, now resides in a paranormal museum, locked away in a glass case, its malevolent gaze fixed on anyone who dares to get too close. Imagine this. You're a college student living in a dorm room steeped in the history of countless lives lived before yours. Every night at precisely 3 a.m., you're jolted awake, your heart pounding, an icy chill seeping into your bones. You feel it, a weight on your chest, a presence in the room watching you. You try to rationalize it, blame it on stress, on the unfamiliar surroundings, but the feeling persists, night after night, growing stronger, more menacing. And then, one night, you see her. Standing at the foot of your bed, shrouded in darkness, the figure of a woman in a tattered white gown. They called her the Watcher, forever bound to the room where she met her untimely end. Imagine the loneliness of a new city, a new apartment building, the anonymity of it all. You long for connection, for a friendly face in the crowd. And then, you meet her, an elderly woman, your next-door neighbor, her apartment filled with the warm aroma of baking cookies. You spend hours together drinking tea, sharing stories, finding solace in each other's company. One day you knock on her door, a plate of freshly baked cookies in hand, ready to apologize. But there's no answer. And that's when you learn the chilling truth. Your neighbor, the kind, cookie-baking woman who welcomed you into her home, she had passed away years ago. There you have it, folks. 6 real-life horror stories that prove sometimes reality can be far more terrifying than fiction. If you enjoyed tonight's journey into the unknown, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more spine-chilling tales. And if you're brave enough, share your own eerie encounters in the comments below. Until next time, keep your lights on, your doors locked, and remember, sometimes the things that go bump in the night are closer than you think.